Poor childhood nutrition is an epidemic within the United States of America, especially amongst communities living in poverty. Poor nutrition can lead to physical problems like diabetes and obesity and can have a significant impact on learning and brain function. Many factors contribute to poor nutrition in early childhood, including family income, accessibility, and caregiver knowledge of nutrition. Children living in areas with higher poverty rates are less likely to have access to whole foods such as fruits and vegetables than children living in more affluent communities. Sometimes this is due to the price of food, as prepackaged and processed foods often cost less than whole foods. In addition to cost, communities living in poverty have fewer grocery markets and whole foods available. This contributes to a lack of introduction of new fruits and vegetables and a heavy reliance on prepackaged and processed foods. In addition to accessibility, children tend to imitate food choices they witness at mealtimes that they share with their families as well as teachers and peers. Many adults don't know enough about nutrition and form their ideas about nutrition from their own parents during childhood rather than based on research about nutrition. This combination of lack of information and the convenience of cheaper processed options puts our children at a disadvantage because they are not given the opportunity to learn about healthy food choices and how the choices they make impact their bodies and their brains. I think that the problem could be mitigated by increasing the incorporation of whole foods in early childhood centers and by teaching educators about nutrition as well as instructing them on how to teach nutrition to children and their families. Children enrolled in early childhood centers consume up to 75% of their meals at their center. For this reason, I think that increasing the availability of whole, unprocessed foods in early childhood centers is an important approach to mitigating poor nutrition in children. Many families living in poverty do not have regular access to these types of whole foods, including fruits and vegetables, due to the lack of availability as well as high cost. Early childhood centers may provide a unique opportunity for influencing child diet quality through introducing new foods to children, such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Early childhood centers can take advantage of programs such as the National Child and Adult Care Food Program, which provides policies for nutrition as well as reimbursements for meals with federal funds. Increasing the nutritional value of the foods served at child care facilities could have a profound effect on the nutrients a child receives throughout the day. Research also shows that teacher knowledge and experience is correlated to using best practices, such as sitting with children and discussing what they are eating at mealtimes. I believe that creating state policies for nutrition education for early childhood educators, similar to what already exists within the Head Start programs, would have a significant impact on these practices to educate children about nutrition. Training should include best practices for mealtime, such as discussing what is healthy and why with students, sitting with children at mealtimes, and modeling eating healthy foods within the classroom, as well as basic nutrition information, including the essential nutrients and which foods provides each nutrient. Teachers should be held to a stricter and clearer standards in early childhood centers, regardless of poverty levels, so that children across all socioeconomic backgrounds have the opportunity to learn about nutrition. In addition to teachers using these best practices and educating children on healthy food choices, information should also be readily available and frequently passed along to parents so that they can also model and educate healthy food choices to their children when possible. When parents and teachers work together, they can have the most impact on a child's education, and nutrition is no different. If educators knew more about nutrition, they would be able to model healthy food choices in the classroom as well as collaborate with parents to make healthier eating choices at home. In addition, if child care centers provide regular nutrient-dense meals throughout the day, they could have a positive impact on meeting children's daily nutritional needs, as well as providing an opportunity for children to be exposed to whole, fresh foods.